Mario once again, and today is Tuesday, October 28, 2025. Continuing with this build of these little tiny motors that I'm going to be employing on these uh, sub micro helicopters that are based, these profile ones that are actually lighter than the MIA Bumblebee that I did back in late 90s, early 2000s. So I've been working on quite a bit of items here. This is a motor that I just completed. As far as the winding, I still need this part on the bottom. I'm actually reprinting this part because this one came out a little too short. This needs to extend out just a little bit higher than the surface of these bobbin top hats, so that the bearing has a spacer or spacing for the plate that rides on top. This plate is actually rides on top with a shaft. I have to insert the shaft here, and that rides on top right there. And so it's got to have a space because these magnets want to engage with the bolts, the metal that's from the bolts here. So if it doesn't have the space, this is just going to be butted up against the plastic, and we don't want that. This has to rotate freely, so it's got to have a very the smaller the air gap between these two surfaces here, this surface here with the magnets and that surface right there with the bobbins, the better the efficiency of the motor. This is wound is a Y configuration or star configuration, very similar to the radial winding. That's a radial winding right there. This is an axial winding. um, and so I basically just recreated that type of winding here with that number of coils. This has 12 coils and 14 poles or 14 magnets to establish the proper timing and three-phase sequencing. So just finish winding this. Actually, it was a lot easier than winding the uh, the radial ones, because you have to wind this way. This one I wound it this way, and I was working individually with each one of these bobbins, inserting them as I went along with the wind. So that was a lot easier as far as the manual winding. Of course, with in the production, machines do that, and it's a lot faster, a lot easier than manually winding your own motors. But this is where I'm at right now. As soon as this part is done, as I said, with a higher center stem, I made these two pieces separate, as opposed to my other one that I did